Good afternoon. Well, we're down in the 40s. We're going to have to start taking serious. I haven't gotten out any ski clothes to insulate me against the elements. But it's a nice day. It's overcast and chilly. Blue skies, as you can see. So, what is going on? Well, the Senate, it's not settled, but it's all good news for us. That is to say that we're at least where we were before the midterms, and maybe better. When the dust settles, we may find that we have an extra vote that makes Manchin and Sinema a little less able to cause trouble. We'll see about that. Now, the House side, that's a different story, because think about it. Yes, the Republicans may have a majority, but McCarthy has got a wild horse underneath him without a saddle or a bridle. He's got the Freedom Caucus he's got to deal with. And so if he gets, 218 votes or 19 votes or 20 votes, then yes, the caucus has a majority. But within the caucus, who do they want as their leader? Do they want McCarthy? Now, there's been noise about no Jack Jordan, of course, and we know what that could probably mean. So is it possible, if the Democrats hold together, that they could choose the speaker with a plurality of the vote? I don't know. There's going to be a lot of, and the Democratic caucus has its own people that are stirring up things. We may not have a no Jacket Jordan, but we have people that feel they've gotten some seniority and they want to run the organization. And at different times, I guess Pelosi has hinted she might make up her mind. I think that really means I'm going to look at the lay of the land, count the votes, and then decide what I can do. And so that's the most interesting political strife on the Hill right now. How the competing segments of each caucus, Democrat and Republican, are going to resolve whatever the vote is finally in the House. If the Republicans are, quote, in control, well, control isn't all that you'd like it to be. Now, what else do we have? Well, one of the disturbances in the House, the additional one, is what Trump is going to do. This Tuesday, supposedly he's going to announce for the presidency again. Amazing, huh? No shame, that guy. And, well, he's the original bull in the china shop, the bully, the aggressive guy, the one that you can't appease with a friendly word or a reasonable gesture. And I once sat and watched a local official with some seniority over this attacking other official. And the senior official was in a position where he was such a gentleman, he couldn't engage, he couldn't trash talk, and he didn't have the kind of mind to turn this around, at least for the audience, even while this guy was going on. And on top of it, it was at a somewhat public occasion, and it was the senior official's birthday. And Trump does this large scale, national scale. So we see he's now testing DeSantis, and DeSantis has at least one ally who's investigating an old presidential pact that was kind of anyone but Trump, which would be a nice way for DeSantis to pretend not to be running, but to have some cover. So that craziness is going to continue. There are reports of how the United Arab Emirates has used its influence in America, and we haven't really focused on that. It may come as no surprise to you that Trump, after meetings with the leadership, arranged for $23 billion for F-35 fighters and for drones. What a man, huh? On the economic front, this is not a time to buy crypto for retirement or any other reason. No staple coins and no FTX trades right now, or at least I wouldn't recommend it. I suppose the only trades you're going to see are sales to the extent that you can make any. Finally, I suppose some are saying it, but not enough. And that is what the message was throughout the nation was fashioned by an experienced hand, the Speaker of the House. In every one of the districts, she had set out a message, and you may have seen her spell it out a couple of times. And that's the thing that makes the difference. And she has found over time the two things that she does well in terms of campaigns, not to the exclusion of other talents she has, is one, to raise the money. And she does an amazing job at that. But two, is that she fashions a message that works. So we're in these final days picking apart what the House of Representatives is going to look like. And a large part of that is due to Nancy. And that the red wave apparently was mixed with purple sauce. And it didn't quite work out the way they wanted, because I think America is better than the Republican message. That America, on some level, believes that a democracy is important. That they know that the autocracy that others support is not. But the reason we have a razor-thin division between those who would overturn the America promised in our Declaration and Constitution is they're not sure about the Democrats either. And so the voters have created this governmental paralysis to protect them from anything untoward happening from either party. It's one way to look at it. And we can jump and scream about the changes we want, but the distrust generally for our government in all branches is a problem. And to think that these victories, small v, are the end of the story is to expose us to the possibility of further failures. We have to be vigilant. We have to be strong. We have to prosecute Trump and his minions. We have to take very seriously the legislative business and actually do some business. We have to make our message stronger about what we're really about, which is saving and preserving and protecting this democracy. And that we don't have. So here I am in our Cathedral of Trees, and nice visiting with you today. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.